Good evening, and welcome to the 64th Annual Meeting of Clackamas Federal Credit Union. We would like to introduce you to the executive staff, your volunteer board of directors, and committee members that successfully led your financial cooperative through the past year. Members of the executive staff include Aaron Goff, President and CEO. Ronnie Curry, EVP and Chief Financial Officer. Kimo Rosa, Chief Lending Officer. Luke McMurray, VP of Member Engagement. Alicia Finch, AVP of Branch Services. Jason Mott, AVP of Information Systems. Your board of directors is made up of an elected group of volunteers that represent your voice in the guidance and management of Clackamas Federal Credit Union. Your board members are Jeff Horton, Chair. Charlie Stinson, Vice Chair. Keith Galitz, Treasurer. Stacy Hubbard, Secretary and Supervisory Committee Member. Dana Lord, Director. Gordon Huiras, Director. Michael Fraser, Director. Guadalupe Martinez, Associate Director. In addition, we have volunteer supervisory committee members that graciously give their time to provide additional oversight at Clackamas. Committee members include Cynthia Smith-English, Committee Chair. Chuck Vick, Committee Member. Gary Martin, Committee Member. Paul Bells Templeman, Committee Member. Stacy Hubbard, Committee Member and Board Secretary. Our heartfelt thanks go out to all our volunteer leaders for their time, talent, and leadership.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's event, the 64th Annual Membership Meeting of Clackamas Federal Credit Union. Please be aware that this webinar is being recorded and all participants are in watch and listen only mode. There are going to be a few ways for you to interact with us tonight. You can hit the raise the hand button. It just looks like a little hand on your control panel, and it usually pops up to the right of your screen. There also is a question box, so feel free to type in any comments or questions as they occur to you in the question box. If you do not see the question box, just hit the orange arrow on your toolbar, and it should expand the toolbar to show the question box. So for your convenience, there are going to be 3 handouts in the handout section of your toolbar. You may download and open them on your computer. Attached is the annual meeting agenda, the 2020 annual meeting minutes, and our annual report. We will be asking you to vote by hitting the raise the hand button. So please take a moment to locate that on your screen, and we really encourage everyone to participate and vote with us tonight. Now to preside over tonight's meeting, please welcome the President and CEO of Clackamas Federal Credit Union, Aaron Goff.
Thank you, Jackie. Welcome, and thanks to all of you for joining us this evening. I would like to call to order the 64th Annual Meeting of the Clackamas Federal Credit Union. Our first order of business is to determine whether or not there is a quorum of members present. The National Credit Union Administration defines a quorum as 25 members. Jackie, can you confirm for me, please, that we have a quorum this evening?
Yes, we have a quorum.
Excellent. Next, we need to approve last year's meeting minutes. So those meeting minutes are found in the handout section of your GoToWebinar panel, as Jackie said. I believe we also emailed them out to all attendees over the course of this week. If you would, please take a moment to look at that document. And if you approve last year's minutes, please click your raise your hand button, and we'll give you a few minutes to do that. Thank you. How are we doing on those votes, Jackie? Are they coming in?
About halfway there.
All right. Give you just another minute here.
All right, we have 25 that have voted yes.
Excellent, thank you. This year's reports have all been pre-recorded to make it easier for our presenters in this virtual format. Our first report this evening is the President's Report. Jackie?
Good evening. It goes without saying that 2020 was a year of terrible challenges, but it was also a year of incredible opportunity for Clackamas to help improve lives and have impact in our community. 14 months ago, the credit union's leadership team gathered in our boardroom to discuss our response to the COVID pandemic. It was an extraordinary moment, both humbling and uncertain, but also one of the proudest moments of our careers. We didn't know much about the virus or the pandemic yet, but we knew it was about to get bad. We knew that many of our staff and members would struggle. We knew that the economy would be severely impacted and that many of our members would see their income reduced through furloughs and layoffs. Most of all, we knew the credit union had to help in every way that we could. In those first days of the pandemic, Clackamas settled on 3 priorities. First, protecting the health of our members and staff. Second, preserving the financial health of members. And third, supporting the community that we love. From giving back nearly $1 million in fees to delivering food boxes to food insecure families, we found countless ways in 2020 to meet those objectives, and I've asked a few of my amazing teammates to share some examples with you.
In early April 2020, the Small Business Administration announced the availability of forgivable Paycheck Protection Program loans for small businesses. Within just a few days, Clackamas had made the decision to participate in the program, purchased software to process the requests, and begun accepting applications from both new and existing members. Since that time, we have funded more than 400 PPP loans, totaling $26.5 million, and so far, have helped more than 200 of those members receive forgiveness from the Small Business Administration. This program has been life-saving for many small businesses and jobs in our community, and it has been our absolute honor to be able to provide that assistance.
At Clackamas, our mission is to improve lives, and we do that in so many ways. Last year, as the pandemic was gaining steam, we recognized that the struggling economy was going to make an already serious hunger problem even worse in our community. We partnered with our friends at Clackamas Service Center and the Canby Center to provide financial support to assist them in their efforts to combat hunger and homelessness. And our teammates began delivering food boxes to food insecure families in the community. To date, we have volunteered over 200 hours, delivering more than 2,500 much-needed boxes of groceries. We also dramatically cut fees, launched an emergency relief loan product for members that had seen their income disrupted by the pandemic, and began deferring loan payments, ultimately processing skip payments requests for more than 7,000 monthly loan payments, with no fees or penalties. In August, the state of Oregon appropriated $35 million to assist Oregonians that had lost employment due to COVID. The state reached out to credit unions to help distribute this money, and Clackamas was one of only 7 financial institutions that agreed to participate in this program. Over the course of just a few days, Clackamas gave out $500 grant checks to 778 individuals at our branches. When wildfires threatened homes and businesses in September, Clackamas sprang into action with a super low rate RV loan special to help displaced members purchase temporary homes while rebuilding. We also donated several $1,000s to wildfire relief funds, hand-delivered water to Clackamas Fire, and care packages to members that had been impacted by the fires.
We have a proud tradition of teaching financial literacy here at Clackamas. We're in our local schools, at nonprofits and community partners, and of course here at the credit union, educating members. When the pandemic hit, we had to adjust the way we usually teach. Instead of pulling back, we worked hard to develop new virtual delivery systems, allowing us to continue these important efforts. By April, we had already pivoted to a new platform to teach our first class, and in May, we taught our first virtual member workshop, Budgeting 101, with tips for managing money during a crisis. Going virtual helped us work with even more community partners. We started a weekly workshop series with Clackamas Workforce Partnership to reach those unemployed in dealing with the financial effects of the pandemic. We partnered with the Oregon City School District Community Education Department to put on a series of classes for kindergarten through second grade. Seeing the children get excited about savings was incredibly rewarding. We partnered with Exceed Enterprises, teaching a 4-part series, and of course, we continued teaching in our local schools. All in all, in 2020, we taught 186 hours to 1,634 learners to help fulfill our mission to improve lives.
Hi, I'm Aaron Clark. I'm the Regional Branch Manager here at Clackamas. In 2020 and early 2021, we were able to take advantage of new technology and decrease lobby traffic to redesign 2 of our branch lobbies and a new branch here in Oak Grove. I know, I hear new technology, I think of standing in front of a vending machine watching it reject my money. Lucky for us, that's not the case. Our new branch design incorporates interactive teller machines, or ITMs, with a friendly in-person member advocate and an increased number of certified financial counselors to help you apply for a loan, open a new account, or just help you with your financial questions, problems, or other needs. This is how we incorporated a digital and human approach. Our Sandy branch now features a drive-up ITM that allows you to work with a live teller from the comfort of your own car. Here at Oak Grove, our brand new branch is open, ready to serve you with in-person staff, ITMs, ATMs, and safe deposit boxes. And in Malala, we've remodeled our in-store branch with both ITMs and in-person staff. Malala members, stay tuned for some more exciting news in the months to come. We appreciate your patience over the past several months as we work to balance member service with safety. The pandemic isn't over yet. We still have to follow COVID guidance and carefully monitor the number of people in our branches. But making appointments for longer visits is still appreciated and easy to do through our website. But our branches are open for business and we're here ready to serve you.
Hi, my name is Tony Fox, Financial Advisor with CUSO Financial Services here at Clackamas Federal Credit Union. And along with my colleagues Joey Tsai and Benny Nguyen, we represent the investment services team here. And we help members with their investments and insurance needs. As we all know, 2020 was a year unlike any other, and we all had to overcome challenges. And in our line of work and not be able to meet with people in person, we had to learn to adapt. And our members and clients were quick to adapt to new technologies and ways of delivering products and services, and many thanks to them. And looking back at 2020, I believe we overcame challenges and served our members in a lot of great ways. We were able to deliver seminars and webinars virtually, something we had never done in the past, helping people understand the ins and outs of topics such as Social Security, PERS retirement planning, special needs planning, women in investing. And we look to continue to do that in 2021. March of last year, when the pandemic first started, the markets were in disarray and we saw market indexes plummeting. Yet we were able to work with our members and our clients, help them be resilient. One of the benefits of working for CUSO and here at the credit union is we don't have any of our own products and services. So we can use world-renowned money managers such as Vanguard, Fidelity, BlackRock, and other providers to help our members reach their financial goals and help us deliver for them. We help members in a lot of different ways, from trying to earn potentially more interest on their money and their savings or certificates, along with retirement planning such as 401ks, deferred compensation, PERS planning, Social Security, and so on. Our job here is to provide service, advice, education, and guidance. Our job is to tell you what you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear, unless it's the same thing, and that is our hope. We thank you for your patronage and look forward to serving you in the years to come.
Most of these efforts have continued into 2021, and our members are seeing the impact. The average member's deposit balance has increased by 23% in 2020, while the average loan balance decreased by more than 9% as members have been able to pay off or reduce their debt. The average Clackamas member paid 45% less in fees last year than members at other credit unions nationally. That's according to Callahan and Associates. Overall, we're extremely proud of our efforts to give back to our community and to improve lives in 2020. And I'm incredibly grateful to our team of paid and volunteer staff for the amazing job they've done. Like many of you, a great number of our coworkers had to transition rapidly to working from home, juggling work responsibilities with cabin fever and homeschooling and rowdy pets. Others were frontline essential workers throughout the pandemic, providing personal service in our lobbies, drive-through lanes, and even curbside. Together, they succeeded in providing an excellent level of service through an incredibly difficult time. And finally, thank you to our Clackamas members for recognizing the benefits of owning a not-for-profit financial cooperative and for your patience with us as we navigated this difficult year together. By choosing Clackamas, you are ensuring that your money stays right here in the community, strengthening and adding to the vitality of Clackamas County and surrounding communities. We appreciate the opportunity to be a part of your life and your financial journey, helping you and your family achieve your dreams and goals. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you to ensure a bright and prosperous 2021.
The Supervisory Committee is a volunteer group of members that is responsible for overseeing and ensuring the credit union's financial practices and processes. The committee is responsible for engaging audit firms throughout the year to help them do that. Here this evening to report on the credit union's 2020 audited financials on behalf of the committee is Ryan Sturgis of the audit firm Moss Adams.
Hi everyone, this is Ryan Sturgis with Moss Adams down here in Portland, Oregon. Thanks for letting me join the virtual meeting for Clackamas Community's annual meeting. I'm glad to be here, and thanks for giving us just a few minutes to share our thoughts about how the audit went this year and just in general what we're seeing out there with our client base. Clean opinion, no adjustments, no reportable findings of nature when it comes to financial reporting controls and those types of things. In a year when there was so much change because of the pandemic and there was so much movement to remote work and just being able to pivot so quickly to make sure your people are taken care of, your members are taken care of, there can be a lot of noise, right? And I just commend the management team there and really everyone there, the leadership, top down, and just making sure that things went very smooth, for the organization and for the members. Amazing to see the relief efforts that the credit union put in place for their people and their members, and with all of that, still being able to have a really phenomenal year from an earnings perspective, and even just handling all that liquidity and balance sheet growth that did a lot of damage to a lot of credit unions from a capital ratio standpoint. Some that are worried about 21 and what else is going to happen to them, but your institution is very well capitalized, even with the pandemic and significant growth that typically leads to capital ratio declines. Not that you lost money, you made a lot of money. I think it was record earnings, but just a solid year. So congratulations to the team and all the work that goes into that, and even dealing with auditors in your shop and just being there for us as well. So we appreciate that. Congratulations again. Be proud of your credit union. They've come a long ways over the years, and it's going to be really fun to see what they do going forward as well. So congratulations again, and have a good rest of the meeting.
And now a message from the chair of our board of directors.
Well, hello, Clackamas. My name is Jeff Horton. I'm board chair. And on behalf of our 7-member volunteer board, I'd like to thank Aaron, the management team, and all of our great employees for helping us navigate through 2020 and what we hope will end up being the most challenging year of our life. We're thankful for their empathy they showed to each other, the care that they had for each other and for our members. And you've heard some of the great examples of that here this evening, and there are many, many more. We also want to thank you as members. Thank you for your patience and your kindness, and thank you for all that you do to help our credit union be so successful. So thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you for those words, Jeff. One of the most important things that happened at our annual meeting is the election of our volunteer members to our board of directors. So on behalf of this year's nominating committee, I would like to announce that this year, the board at Clackamas had 2 expiring seats. The nominating committee nominated 2 incumbent candidates, Keith Galitz and Michael Fraser. And since no other candidate applied for a seat on the board, no election was necessary. Keith and Michael are elected by acclamation. Congratulations to you both on your re-election. Next, we move on to old or new business. Jackie, do we have any questions from the floor?
Hi, yes, we have a few questions. The first one is, the annual report references Clackamas's commitment to a digital plus human strategy. Can you explain what that means?
Sure. So, you know, in this day and age, I think most consumers, most of our members expect to have technological tools at their disposal in order to manage their finances, mobile banking, the ability to do a mobile deposit a check without having to drive, websites that you can look up information on. So we're committed to providing the best technology that we can to allow our members that functionality. But we are also very passionate about our face-to-face member service that we still provide. We're very committed to our branch network and building on that. So the digital plus human strategy really equates to bringing in the best technology that we can to give you those tools when you need that, and having the best staff and the best branch network available to you that we can when you need that. So that is our approach, and that's what we mean when we use that term. Thank you for the question.
All right, the second question we have is Clackamas going to continue doing loan skip pays for free?
We are committed to continuing to do loan skip payments throughout the rest of 2021, as we have been for the past year, without fee. Towards the end of the year, we'll reconsider that as we kind of gauge where we're at with the pandemic and what the economic conditions are, and we may go back to the old fee structure at that point in time. But for now, at least through the end of this year, we'll have the same no fee loan payment skips available to members.
Okay, and the very last question we have is, when will the West Lynn branch be reopening?
So we are not planning to reopen the West Lynn branch. You know, one of our most sacred, if you will, duties is to be good stewards of our members' resources. We're very cognizant of the fact that when we spend money on things, it's not our money to spend, it's our members. And part of that process is to constantly review and analyze where members are getting the best bang for the buck and where they're not. Unfortunately, in the case of the West Lynn branch, that branch has just been very underperforming from day one. It's been used less and been less profitable than any branch in our network. And through the COVID pandemic, it's been closed during the last 12, 14 months. We've had close to 0 complaints about it, very few questions about it. Clearly, it's not a branch that's being well utilized, and I know that's not what you want to hear if you live in West Lynn or if you're close to that branch. But we do have a robust network of branches across Clackamas County. Oregon City is not far away. We have our new Oak Grove branch that's not far away, and we'll be looking to add to that network in the future. Any other questions, Jackie? Or
I do not see any other questions.
Okay. Well, that being the case, that does conclude our program this evening, and we will adjourn the 64th annual meeting of Clackamas Federal Credit Union. Thanks again for being here with us.